Top 10 Essay Topics About Earthquake. The Great San Francisco Earthquake. In this essay, you should investigate the causes and consequences of the Great San Francisco Earthquake. The main points of discussion are the event's impacts on the city, including the destruction caused by the earthquake and subsequent fires. In addition, you can review the efforts to implement seismic safety measures in the early 20th century. Mitigation of earthquake hazards. With this topic, you will need to review approaches and measures for mitigating earthquake hazards. In particular, you may focus on prevention, preparedness, and response. Discuss engineering methods, early warning systems, public education, and other efforts to lower the negative impact of earthquakes. Natural hazard, tsunamis caused by earthquakes. An essay on this topic should investigate the characteristics of tsunamis. One option is to describe the physical processes involved and the potential risks they pose to seaside areas. Additionally, you may review tsunami warning methods and community preparedness measures. Feel free to suggest other strategies for minimizing the effects of these natural hazards. The impact of hurricanes, earthquakes, and volcanoes on named Caribbean territories. You can start this essay by analyzing the impact of hurricanes, earthquakes, and volcanic activities on specific Caribbean regions. Pay particular attention to these regions' vulnerabilities, risks, and preparedness. Then, examine the public and environmental consequences of these natural hazards. Finally, review the efforts to mitigate their effects and adapt to them. Foreshocks and aftershocks in earthquakes. In this essay on foreshocks and aftershocks, you can talk about their occurrence, characteristics, and relationship to the main earthquake event. You may also explore the scientific understanding of these seismic phenomena and their implications for tectonic hazard response. Scientific and philosophical explanation of the 1755 Lisbon earthquake. This exciting topic encourages you to investigate the scientific and philosophical explanations of the 1755 Lisbon earthquake. This catastrophic seismic event sparked discussions about the character of natural disasters and their implications. In your essay, you can discuss the influence of this earthquake on experimental inquiry and philosophical debates of the time. What to do before, during, and after an earthquake. In this paper, your task is to provide helpful tips on earthquake preparedness, response, and restoration. Discuss the importance of creating emergency plans and practicing drop, cover, and hold-on procedures. It's also worth focusing on security measures for building inspection, search and rescue, and psychological support in the aftermath. The impact of the earthquake on the output gap and prices. Here, you can analyze the economic consequences of earthquakes. In particular, you may focus on the earthquake's impact on the output gap and prices. In addition, discuss the temporary and long-term effects of earthquakes on local economies. Among them are inflationary pressure and disruptions in production and supply chains. The effects of an earthquake on LEDCs. This essay can focus on the effects of earthquakes on less economically developed countries, LEDCs. You may discuss the challenges experienced by these nations in terms of infrastructure damage, economic losses, and social vulnerabilities. Your essay can also cover the importance of international assistance and disaster resilience strategies in supporting LEDCs recovery. How do Japanese SMEs prepare against natural disasters such as earthquakes? Here, your task is to examine the preparedness measures implemented by small and medium-sized enterprises in Japan. Explain how they mitigate the impact of natural disasters, specifically earthquakes. In addition, you can discuss the role of collaboration with local communities in enhancing SMEs' resilience to seismic occurrences.